The Table Mountain Tour is a great summer ski tour that can be done most years through early July. The high point of the climb is the saddle at the central elbow of Table Mountain. This short tour is easily done in a half day, and yo-yoing the lower slopes or the entire run is an option that will extend your ski day. Only attempt this tour late in the year when the snowpack is completely stabilized, as there are numerous cornice and avalanche hazards during the winter and early spring. This tour has a moderate amount of exposure in the midsection of the climb, so crampons are advised during the climb. Because of this exposure, careful descent planning is also important to avoid losing an edge on the steep pitches that run across the midsection of this face, right above several significant cliff bands. Let's take a look at the details of the route. Begin the tour from the Mount Baker ski area upper parking lot and head south towards the Bagley Lakes Basin. Turn southwest, traversing the lower slope of the north face of Table Mountain. In stable conditions, you may traverse right along the base of the north slope. However, if there has been recent snow, avoid placing yourself in the avalanche zones that are scattered across the slope. Once you have reached the center of the basin at the elbow of the mountain, pack your skis and boot up the steep face, taking care to follow a route that will not expose you to a dangerous fall. After climbing up 1,000 feet from the basin, you'll find the first bench, marking the end of the steepest climb. Continue southwest up a narrow chute to the second bench. This bench opens to a high basin, complete with an ice blue lake, often just melted out in early July. From the second bench, there's a short climb to the saddle, which is your destination. In some years, you may climb the wall to the south to reach the southern Table Mountain Plateau, but cornices often prevent this short extension of the climb. From the saddle, turn to the east and northeast to descend following your Uptrack. Remember to bear right on the descent, especially on the lower bench. Failure to move far enough eastward out onto the north face of Table Mountain can be very dangerous. The natural roll of the pitches below the first bench will steer you towards the cliff bands that you passed on the way up. Descend to the right of the elbow out to the north face of Table Mountain for the long runs to the basin. If you fail to do this, you may find yourself slipping over 50-foot cliffs or other rock bands that can ruin your day. Once at the basin, boot back up again to the top of the long run and repeat as desired. These 40-degree runs often have great corn snow in the early summer and are worth repeating. Ski down to Bagley Lakes Basin and traverse east towards the ski area and north to the parking lot. Look back to the steep slopes of Table Mountain's north face and enjoy the lines of the turns you made on your descent.